Hi, Nana. So, in our previous video, we have learned the stability of cycloalkanes. So, now we are going to learn about the conformations of cycloalkanes. So, out of several cycloalkanes, first we will learn the conformations of cyclohexane. So, first we will learn conformation of cyclohexane because, okay, see, because cyclohexane, uh, this is the most important compound out of several different organic compounds present in the nature. So they are mostly present in cyclohexane form because it is the most stable form, and also it has some special properties. So first we will learn about the conformations of cyclohexane. See, cyclohexane, it's a its formula is C6 H12. Its molecular formula is C6H12. So now generally it is denoted like this, cyclohexane, but it seems to be in planar, but in reality it is not a planar structure. It is not a planar structure. It is not a planar structure. Okay. See, it exists in many non-planar conformations. So the cyclohexane exist in many non-planar non-planar conformations. Okay, so the so many non-planar conformations are formed from cyclohexane. So these conformations, all these conformations, how they are formed? They are formed, or else they are arise due to due to due to either twisting or bending, or flipping of the rings, twisting or bending or flipping of the rings. Flipping of the rings, twisting or bending or flipping of the rings. So due to this behavior, what happens? This cyclohexane, it exists in many non-planar conformations. So mainly, so out of so many non-planar conformations, so there are mainly four prominent or else four extreme conformations of cyclohexane are they are chair form. One is a chair form. Another one is half chair form. Another one is twist boat form, twist boat conformation. Okay, and boat conformation. So these are the most prominent conformations. Okay, this cyclohexane exists in these conformations. So chair means here actually. So this form is called as chair form. Suppose a person is sitting here on the chair. So like this, by taking so these are the foots. Okay, so like this. So this is called as a chair form. Okay, so half chair form, how it looks like. This is chair form. Half chair form. Half chair form. So what happens? So in half chair form, what happens? So this one. So again, I'm drawing chair form. So here the unfolding or else twisting takes place. So as a result of this one, what happens? So the half chair form, it looks like this. So due to twisting, what happens? So this chair form will twist. It will twist, and as a result of this one, twist and unfold. So as a result of this one, so this chair form will convert into half chair form. Okay, again this half chair form will convert into twist boat form. So twist boat form will be like this. So twist boat form. Okay, next boat form. Boat form means, so it will be like this boat shape, boat conformation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons are there, and every carbon is having, so 6 carbons will have 2 hydrogens each, and they are connected to, every carbon is connected to 2 carbons, and they are having 6 hydrogens. Okay, see, out of this I mean there are so many conformations. So out of these 4 are prominent conformation of cyclohexane. Okay, see, if you see a scientist known as Odd Hassel, Odd Hassel, he he's a Nobel laureate. He's a Nobel Prize winner. He's a Nobel laureate. Okay, so he established that uh, he established that the chair form is the most stable form. Okay, he established that the chair form is the most stable form. Most stable form. Why chair form is most stable form? Because here in chair form, in chair form there are no strains, or else there are no, there are the all the repulsions are minimized. So what is the reason for the most stable form of existence of most the chair form in most stable is there are certain properties. So what are they? The first thing is uh, all the bonds are staggered. All the bonds, all the bonds in chair form are staggered, are staggered. Okay, so as all the bonds are staggered, that means not eclipsed. Staggered means not eclipsed. Okay, they are not eclipsed. As they are staggered, that means they are not eclipsed. So that is why. So that is why. So this is free of torsional strain. Hence, it is free of torsional strain. So absence of torsional strain. So free of torsional strain. Hence, it is free of torsional strain. Okay. That means here, suppose if you see the chair form, every carbon is having 2 hydrogens. So one hydrogen is axial hydrogen and another one is equatorial hydrogen. One hydrogen is axial hydrogen and another one is equatorial hydrogen. See, equatorial hydrogen. So this equatorial hydrogen is, it is parallel to this one. Okay, it should be drawn in parallel to this one. Okay, so now again, So if one axial hydrogen, this is called as axial hydrogen, and this is called as equatorial hydrogen. Equatorial hydrogen. So if suppose if it is first carbon, then on the second carbon the axial hydrogen will be down, because here axial hydrogen is placed, axial bond is placed upward. So the next axial bond is placed downward. It should be placed downward. Okay, and this is equatorial. Okay, so out of two hydrogens on each carbon, one hydrogen is axial, along axial position, and another hydrogen is along equatorial position. So alternately, so this axial position is upward, and this axial position is downward, and this is equatorial, and next axial position is upward, and next axial position is downward, next axial position is upward, and next axial position is downward, and next axial position is upward. So like this, axial positions are placed one upward, and its successive axial position will be downward, and its successive axial position will be upward. So like this, the hydrogen atoms, the axial hydrogen atoms are present. Okay, see here the next other axial hydrogen is, other hydrogens are equatorial hydrogen. So as a result of this one, so it will be, so this will be parallel to this one. So like this. So again here it will be parallel to this one, and this will be parallel to this one. So these are what? Equatorial hydrogens. Equatorial hydrogen, axial hydrogen. Equatorial hydrogen, axial hydrogen. So axial hydrogen and equatorial hydrogen. Equatorial hydrogen. Okay. This is the axial hydrogen, and this is equatorial hydrogen. So like this, the bonds are present. See, if you observe from here, suppose if this is our eye, and if you observe from here, what happens? So here, this axial hydrogen, so this is axial hydrogen. So the axial hydrogen, they are placed in a staggered form. So what is staggered form? What is staggered form? So this is called a staggered form. This is called staggered form. What is eclipse form? This is called as eclipse form. So here, so these two carbons and the axial hydrogens, if you observe, so these are like this. They appear to be like this. So one axial, the front carbon hydrogen, it is upward, and the back rear carbon hydrogen, it is downward. So now here the arrangement is staggered arrangement. So that means not only this one. So if you observe these two, so if you observe these two carbons, so the single bond, so this is downward axial and this is upward axial. If you observe these two, again this is downward axial and this is upward axial. So whenever you see, so you will find all the bonds are staggered bonds. Okay, all the bonds are staggered bonds. And one more thing, see here, the bonds, they are in tetrahedral fashion. Every bond is, see here, every whatever the carbon it is, so all are sp3 hybridized carbons, and they maintain tetrahedral bond angles. Okay, so as they maintain tetrahedral bond angles, okay, they are free from angle strain. So that means the second point is the carbon and carbon. So here the bond, so the carbon bond, carbon bonds are carbon bond angles are tetrahedral. Bond angles are they are tetrahedral. Bond angle is tetrahedral means, so what is the meaning of that one? the bond angle is 109 degrees, 109 degrees 28 minutes. So that is the meaning of tetrahedral bond angle. So wherever you see the carbon bond angles are tetrahedral in this chair form. So as a result of this one, what happens? So because of such a tetrahedral bond angle, so there is no angle strain. Angle strain is also not present. Hence it is free of angle strain. So that is why chair form is said to be the most stable form, because it is free of strains. As it is free of strains, it is said to be the most stable form. So if you see boat form, on the boat form, so one is axial hydrogen. So out of two hydrogens, so I am drawing two hydrogens. So the two hydrogens will be like this in boat form. So this is different arrangement. So now what happens in boat form? So these two hydrogens will somewhat come closer, and they will come somewhat closer, and due to this both of them will repel each other. So these hydrogens are said to be flagpole hydrogens. Okay, these hydrogens are said to be flagpole hydrogens. So there is no such a flagpole type of hydrogens here, because they are in staggered form. So absence of flagpole hydrogens. Hence, so flagpole interactions or else flagpole repulsions is also not present. So here, because in this case there are no flagpole repulsions also. There are no flagpole repulsions. There are no flagpole interactions or else flagpole repulsions. So hence it is still more stable. Okay, so flagpole repulsion. So these are said to be flagpole hydrogens. So they repel each other in boat form or else in twist boat form. But in chair form, there is no such a flagpole repulsion. Okay, so like this, the chair form, as it is not having these type of repulsions, so the chair form is most stable form. Okay, right, next one. Rubbing all. So in chair form, there are 6 axial hydrogens and 6 equatorial hydrogens. So if a hydrogen is placed at equatorial position, it is the most stable position. Okay, see, suppose I am drawing this chair form like this. Okay, so out of 6 carbons, so these four carbons, they lie in the same plane. These 4 carbons, they lie in the same plane, and one carbon will be placed above the plane and another will be placed below the plane. So this is on the same plane. This is on the same plane. So now this is below the plane, and this will be the above the plane. So like this. Okay. So these 4 carbons, they are present in the same plane, and one carbon is below the plane and another carbon is above the plane. So now this chair form will rapidly interconvert into another chair form. Will rapidly interconvert into another chair form like this. First we have to draw parallel lines and fix the points here. Okay, some gap with some gap. So don't fix in the exact in the center. So just fix like this. Okay, now join these two, and here also join these two. Okay, so you will get another chair form. Okay, so in this chair form also, okay, in this chair form also, uh, so now these four carbons are in plane, and this carbon is above the plane and below the plane. I'll draw one. So like this. So these are the four carbons. They lie in the same plane. Okay, they lie in the same plane. And these two carbon, this is another carbon, this is fourth, fifth carbon, this is sixth carbon like this. So they lie in the one carbon is above the plane and another carbon is below the plane. So like this. So here, so this side, left side. So left side, the carbon is below the plane. So this left side carbon, it will move up, and the right side carbon will move down and form and convert into another chain. Okay, so these two are identical. Okay, these two are identical chair forms. So cyclohexane exists predominantly in two identical rapidly interconvertible chair forms. So these two will rapidly interconvert. This will convert into this form and this will convert into this form. Okay, one chair form will convert into another chair form. But here what is happening? While converting, the axial hydrogens on this one will turn into equatorial hydrogen, and the equatorial hydrogen on this one will turn into axial hydrogen. Okay, so that takes place. So the thing what takes place here in this conversion from one chair form into another chair form is the axial hydrogen will convert into equatorial hydrogen, and equatorial hydrogen will convert into axial hydrogen. So that is important. And one more thing. So if during the process of conversion of one chair form into another chair form, okay, so what happens? So this process is known as flipping of one chair form into another chair form. So during the flipping of one chair form into another chair form, so other conformations will arise. Other flipping during this process, what happens? Other conformations will arise. Other conformations will arise. How? So how, suppose here this is chair form. So what happens? Slowly it will move up. Slowly it will move up. So as a result of this, what happens? So this will come up. So this part, this portion, it will come up. So like this. Okay, so this portion will come up. Now this is called as half chair. This is called as half chair. Chair form is converted into half chair form. And after that, what happened? Slowly twisting of this takes place. Slowly, because it is the most unstable form is this one. So as it is most unstable, immediately what happens? It undergo twisting. So it will undergo twisting. So as a result of this one, so this form will convert into like this due to twisting. It converts into like this. It undergo twisting. Okay, so now it is called a twist boat form. Okay, slowly what happens? It will convert into boat form. Slowly it converts into boat form. So like this. Again this boat form. Again this boat form will undergo twisting to form this twist form. So this boat form, again it undergo twisting. Okay, to form twisting, to undergo twisting. Again twist form will convert into half boat form. So like this. So that means here this will come up. So this is upside, and this will come down. So this portion will slowly comes down. This slowly it comes down. Okay, and convert into half boat form. Okay, this is half boat form, and these four carbons are in plane. 1 2 3 4. Okay, and this is another. So and finally what happens? So this will come down. This will move down. So as a result of this, what happens? So it will come. This will come down. So finally it will come. It will become like this. So what happened? So one chair form is flipped into another chair form. So during the flipping of one chair form into another chair form, so many other conformations of the cyclohexane are arised. They are developed or they are formed. So through these other conformations, so this chair form will convert into will flip into another chair form. Okay, so like this. See, out of all this, so the chair form is the most stable form, because it is not having any type of repulsions or else any type of interaction. All strains, it is free of all strains. Both form is chair form is free of all type of strains. Okay, right. See, if you see the Newman projection, so actually this is what? This is cyclohexane. So it appears to be planar, but actually it is not a planar structure, because see these two, okay, these two, and one will be like this. So this one will be like this, okay, and this one will be like this. So that means it is not planar. And moreover, they are maintaining every carbon at every carbon tetrahedron bond angle between the bonds is maintained. So as a result of this, what is happening? So it does not exist in planar form. Okay. So if you see the Newman projection of cyclohexane, it looks like this. So this carbon and its back carbon. So that means this carbon is this one, and back carbon. Back carbon is denoted with a circle. So now this carbon is having what? I may draw like this also. Okay. Okay. Now these two carbons, because here these two carbons, so this front carbon, back carbon, so front carbon and back carbon. Okay, so these two carbons, that means this carbon and this carbon, they are connected by one bond. So one bond. Okay, so like this. So these are front carbons and back carbons. So back carbons, hydrogens of back carbons will be like this. So hydrogen of back carbons will be like this. So what happens? So these two are not carbon, not hydrogen. They are carbons. These are hydrogens. These are what? These are hydrogens. So like this, the Newman projection of cyclohexane will look like this. So here between the here there are two carbons. So this carbon and this carbon. So we are viewing from this side. If you view from this side, that means I am observing from here. So this will become the first carbon, this will become the second carbon. So like this. Okay. Next, adjacent to this carbon is this one. Okay. Right? This carbon is this carbon. So this is this carbon, and this is this carbon. Here back carbon. So circle. This is connected to this carbon. So this is circle is connected to this carbon. Okay, and this carbon is connected to this carbon. So like this. So this is the structure of cyclohexane by Newman projection. Okay. So it appears to be like this. Okay, right. Next, we'll discuss about we'll discuss some more points about this one. See, one bond is oriented in axial position. Already we have seen. So in in chair form, if you see in chair form, come back to chair form. So this is chair form, chair form of Newman projection. Chair form represented in Newman projection. Represented in Newman projection. Newman projection. So this is chair form represented in Sahar's projection. Okay, Sahar's projection, and this is Newman projection. So here in Sahar's projection, if you observe, so one bond on every carbon there are two bonds. On every carbon there are two bonds. That means two hydrogens. So one hydrogen is axial and another one is equatorial position. Okay, when one chair flips into another chair, what happens? The axial hydrogen will turn into equatorial hydrogen, and the equatorial hydrogen will turn into axial hydrogen. Okay, so that means during flipping process, the conversion of bonds from axial to equatorial takes place. Okay, here one more thing, the distance between axial hydrogens. See, if you see, this is axial hydrogen, this is axial hydrogen, this is axial hydrogen. Okay, so I am drawing again the axial hydrogens. So this is axial hydrogen. So this is axial hydrogen. This is also axial hydrogen. So projected upward, this is axial hydrogen. I am removing the equatorial hydrogens. So these three are the axial hydrogens which are projected upwards, and these three are the axial hydrogens which are projected downwards. Okay, see, the distance between the three axial hydrogens which are projected upwards, it is very near. They are placed very near, and here also somewhat they are placed somewhat near, not not that much near. They are the three axial hydrogens which are placed upwards, it is somewhat nearer. So only somewhat near. So as a result of this one, so only very little repulsion, very little repulsion is present between the hydrogen atoms. Between the hydrogen atoms. So okay. So that is the thing we have to know. Okay. Suppose instead of hydrogen atoms, because hydrogen atoms are the very small size atoms. Suppose instead of hydrogen atom, if any this hydrogen atom is replaced by some other bulky group, if hydrogen atom is substituted by bulky groups, what happens? So this as it is bulky group, it will try to occupy more space, and it also will try to occupy more space. So when the bulkiness of this substituent increases, what happens? The repulsion will start increase. Okay, and they will try to move away from each other. So what happens? In order here, then this chair form will become somewhat less stable. So immediately what happens? This chair form will convert into another chair form where these these groups, the bulky groups, they will be placed in equatorial position. These bulky groups, they will be converted into equatorial position now. So axial methyl group will convert into equatorial methyl group, and here also equatorial methyl group, and here also equatorial methyl group. So now what happened? So in this chair form, this chair form is converted into another chair form. So what is happening during this process? The repulsion is reduced, because when the groups or atoms are placed in equatorial position, so there will be minimum repulsion. So now this form will be most stable form when compared to this chair form. Okay, that means the presence of any bulky group on this axial position, so they experience more repulsions. This will try to move away, this will try to move away, and this will try to move away. So the repulsion between these two, and repulsion between these two takes place. Okay, the presence of any bulky group on these axial positions, so they experience more repulsion. Hence, it will like to convert into this chair form will immediately like to convert into another chair form. Okay, into another chair form where the groups reach to their equatorial positions. So now these groups they reach to the equatorial position in this chair form. Hence what happens? So this chair form will exist only in 5%. Okay, and this chair form will exist in 95%. So what happens here? The equilibrium is shifted towards this direction. So the conversion of this chair form into this chair form will become very rapid. Okay, and 95% of this compound will exist in this chair form where the bulky groups are present in the equatorial position, and only 5% of this compound will be present. Okay, so like this what happens? So here, whenever the bulky groups are present, what happens? The equilibrium will shift towards the other side, other chair form, so that what happens? The repulsion is decreased and strain is decreased and become more stable. So if one chair form is unstable, less stable, immediately it will convert into another stable. So that type of changes this cyclohexane will undergo. Okay, right. So now we'll discuss about the next. This chair form will convert into half boat form before converting into this chair form. So this chair form will convert into half boat form, half chair form, twist to boat form, and boat form, again twist to boat form, half chair form, and finally into this chair form. So now we'll discuss about half chair form. How the half chair form looks. Half chair. So the most unstable structure. most unstable structure is the most unstable structure, the most unstable structure is the half chair form, because it is having an angle strain as well as torsional strain. It is having an angle strain as well as torsional strain, hence it will become most unstable form. So how it looks like? So it looks like this. It looks like this. Okay, half boat form. Next one is twist boat form. If you see the twist boat form, in twist boat form, so here it is more stable than boat form. Twist boat form is more stable than boat form. More stable. The most unstable form. The most unstable form is half chair form. So it will convert into twist boat form. Twist boat form is more stable than boat form. More stable than boat form. And here in twist boat form, there is no angle strain. Angle strain is absent. Here angle strain is present. Even torsional strain is also present in half chair form. So both angle strain and torsional strain are present. Whereas in twist boat form, angle strain is absent and even torsional strain is also absent. Even torsional strain is absent. See why it is why these are absent? Because here during the conversion of half chair into twist boat form, what happens? So the rotation of carbon bonds takes place. So the carbon bonds will rotate. So rotation of carbon bonds due to rotation of carbon single bond. So between the two carbons, the single bond will rotate. Okay, due to rotation of carbon single bond. So what happens? The angle strain is absent and rotational strain is absent. Sorry, torsional strain is also absent. Then one more thing here. So these are flagpole hydrogens. These are said to be flagpole hydrogens. So here what happens? These flagpole hydrogens, they will repel. Okay, flagpole hydrogen interactions are present. So due to the presence of flagpole hydrogen, so here what happens? Flagpole hydrogens, flagpole repulsion takes place, is present. Okay. In chair form, if you see, there is no angle strain, no torsional strain and no flagpole repulsion. But here in twist boat form, so angle strain is absent, okay. Torsional strain is also absent, okay. But flagpole repulsions are present. Hence, twist form is somewhat less stable than the chair form. Okay. So here, that is the reason. So because of these three reasons, what happens? Therefore, it is less stable. Which one? The twist boat form is less stable than chair form. Otherwise, the twist boat conformation and the chair conformation will be of same same stable. But here in twist boat, due to the presence of flagpole repulsion, so what happens? So it will become less stable when compared to the this one, what? Chair form. So now we'll discuss about boat form. So So this is what twist boat form and half chair form and chair forms we have discussed. Now we will discuss about the boat form. Boat form of the cyclohexane. So these are the four prominent conformations of cyclohexane. So out of which the chair form is the most stable form of the cyclohexane because it is lacking of any strain. That means all the types of strains are absent in chair form. So now we will discuss about boat form. Boat form means it will be like this. So two hydrogens, here two hydrogens, here two hydrogens. So this boat form it is relatively more stable than half chair form. More stable. It is relatively more stable than half chair form. Okay, so that means, so from all this it is understood that the chair form is most stable form. The stability order, if you see, the chair form is the most stable form. And next to chair form is twist boat form. It is twist boat form. And next to twist boat form, the next to twist boat form is boat form. The stability order and the least stable one is what? It is a half chair form. It is half chair form is the least stable form. Stability order of various conformations of cyclohexane. So it will be like this. Okay, so that means, see, boat form is somewhat more stable than half chair form. See, in this boat form, so van der Waals strain. What is the meaning of van der Waals strain? Van der Waals strain. It is also called as steric strain. So van der Waals strain is present. So but here van der Waals strain is present. Steric strain. Torsional strain is also present. Torsional strain is present. Okay, it is present. And angle strain is absent. Angle strain. Why angle strain is absent? Why? Because here also this in boat form the bond angle, they maintain tetrahedral bond angle, nearly tetrahedral bond angle, because the bond angle at every carbon between two bonds, so it is nearly equal to it is actually around 111, which is approximately equal to 109 degrees 28 minutes. That means it is very near. So as it is very near, what happens? So there is no that much angle strain. So that means angle strain is absent in boat form. So it contains van der Waals strain and torsional strain. Okay. Because at 4 carbons in the same plane, they eclipse. So here what happens? So these 4 carbons, they lie in the same plane. So what happens? They eclipse. Due to the eclipse of the carbons. So due to the eclipse of carbons, they eclipse. So due to the eclipse of carbon, what happens? Eclipse means, so the one hydrogen will come behind another hydrogen. So due to this type of arrangement, okay. So here this type of arrangement is said to be eclipse arrangement. So due to eclipse arrangement, torsional strain is present. Because torsional strain where? At 4 carbons. At at these four carbons, which lie in the same plane, at four carbons in the same plane, in the same plane. So you'll find what? You'll find some eclipse. So the hydrogens will eclipse. Okay, eclipse is formed. Eclipse of bonds takes place. So that is why torsional strain is present. Okay, why van der Waals strain? Why van der Waals strain is present? Because here these are flap. So these are said to be flap hydrogens, flap pole hydrogens. So what happens? These flap pole hydrogens, so these flap mainly so not this one. So these two are flap pole hydrogens. So here what happens? They exist repulsion between the flap pole hydrogens. There exists repulsion between the flap pole hydrogens. So due to this, what happens? Van der Waals strain is present. So like this, you can discuss two flap pole hydrogens. They are present. The distance between the two flap pole hydrogens, so it is around 180 picometer distance. Two flap pole hydrogens atoms, so they maintain the distance of 180 picometer. Okay, so that is why van der Waals strain is developed. Okay, so it van der Waals strain, so it somewhat destabilizes the conformation. Okay, so hence it is one more thing. So this boat form, it is less stable. It is less stable than chair form. It is less stable than chair form by 27 kilojoule per mole. It is less stable than this one chair form by 27 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so like this. If you see the Newman projection of this boat form, so it appears to be like this Newman projection. So this is first carbon. So these two carbons. Okay, boat form will be like this. So now the back carbon, hydrogens of back carbon will be like this. So that means here what is happening? Eclipse is taking place. Okay. Okay, that means eclipse takes place. So here eclipse takes place. Due to the result of eclipse, what happens? Van der Waals strain is developed in boat form. Okay, so these are all hydrogens. Right. So this is the normal Newman projection of boat form. Okay, so the stability order of these things will be in this fashion. Okay, right. So now so this is all about cyclohexane. So we will conclude this and we will learn the other things in the next video.